Ever tried whipping up an Oreo biscuit cake at home? It's a delectably simple recipe that's a sure hit with any dessert lover. This mouth-watering treat is crafted with the beloved Oreo biscuits, which are ground into a fine powder and combined with other key ingredients to form the cake. It can be adorned with a layer of cream, chocolate, or whole Oreo biscuits for that extra touch of indulgence. Ready to dive into the world of homemade Oreo biscuit cakes? Stay tuned. First things first, gather your ingredients. You'll need about 2 dozen favorite Oreo cookies, a 1/4 cup of melted butter to bind the cookie crumbs together, 2 cups of whipping cream, 1/2 cup of milk to add moisture, 2 tablespoons of powdered sugar for a touch of sweetness, and don't forget, a teaspoon of vanilla extract for that classic cake flavor. Got everything? Great. Now, on to the fun part. Now that we have everything we need, the magic begins. Our first step is to grind about 24 Oreo biscuits. This is where our trusty electric blender comes in handy. We want to transform our biscuits into a fine powder, a deliciously chocolatey dust that will form the base of our cake. Once that's done, we're going to mix in a 1/4 cup of melted butter. Make sure you combine them well. We're aiming for a pliable mixture that will easily take the shape of our cake pan. Press this biscuit butter blend into a round cake mold. Be gentle but firm. We want a flat, evenly distributed base that will hold up our creamy filling. Speaking of the filling, let's whip that up next. In a separate bowl, we're going to combine 2 cups of whipping cream, 1/2 cup of milk, 2 tablespoons of fine sugar, and a teaspoon of vanilla. Beat them all together until you have a smooth, homogeneous mixture. Pour this cream concoction over the biscuit base in the mold. Fill it up completely, making sure the cream reaches every nook and cranny. Now, the hardest part of any recipe, waiting. We're going to have to put our cake into the refrigerator for 4 to 6 hours. We need it to set and cool down properly. While it's chilling, we can think about decorations. Whole Oreo biscuits, chocolate shavings, the choice is yours. Just before serving, add your chosen garnish for that extra wow factor. And there you have it. All your hard work has paid off, and your homemade Oreo biscuit cake is ready to be devoured. Enjoy the fruits of your labor, and remember, the best thing about cooking is that you can always tweak the recipe to your liking. So don't be afraid to experiment and make this recipe your own. There you have it, your homemade Oreo biscuit cake is ready to be devoured. Let's quickly recap the process. We start with about 2 dozen Oreo cookies, ground into a fine powder. We mix in a 1/4 cup of melted butter to form a moldable base for our cake. This base is then pressed into a round cake mold and left to set. Meanwhile, we whisk together 2 cups of cream, 1/2 cup of milk, 2 tablespoons of fine sugar, and a teaspoon of vanilla until smooth. This mixture is poured onto the biscuit base and left to set in the fridge for 4 to 6 hours. Just before serving, we garnish with whole Oreos or chocolate pieces as desired. Now, here's where the fun begins. This recipe is highly adaptable. Swap out the Oreos for your favorite biscuit. Chocolate chip cookies, vanilla wafers, or ginger snaps all make great alternatives. And for our vegan friends, you can easily replace the regular milk with plant-based milk like almond, coconut, or soy. Remember, the beauty of this recipe lies in its flexibility. Feel free to experiment and make it your own. So that's how you make a delightful Oreo biscuit cake at home. This simple yet delicious recipe is a sure-shot way to impress your friends and family at your next gathering. Remember, the beauty of baking at home is that you can customize the recipe to your liking. Want to switch up the biscuits? Go for it. Fancy a different kind of milk? Why not? The possibilities are endless. As you embark on this baking journey, remember to keep an eye on portion sizes. While our Oreo biscuit cake is a sweet treat, it's crucial to maintain a balanced diet. And who says you can't have your cake and eat it too? With mindful eating, you can enjoy your homemade dessert without tipping the scale. Go ahead, give it a shot and treat your taste buds to a homemade Oreo biscuit cake. Don't forget to subscribe for more delicious recipes. Until next time, happy baking!